Country singer Nate Smith has been on quite the roller coaster ride since first deciding that he wanted to pursue his country music dreams in Music City. The singer-songwriter went from having his whole town, including his home in California, burned down to scoring a #1 hit with Whiskey on You. The rising artist sat down with us to chat about his debut self-titled album that's out now. Before we hear about Nate Smith's new record, please be sure to subscribe to our channel and give it a thumbs up for more country music news and entertainment. Before taking Nashville by storm in 2020, Smith had a rocky start as he discusses a messy breakup, the fire that took everything he had, and his friends who helped him raise money to move back to Nashville.
It's been a wild journey. I actually moved to Nashville back in 2008 and had a record deal on the table, and then ended up signing a publishing deal. So I wrote songs for other artists for a few years, but went through a really tough personal breakup in my life and moved back to California, where I'm from. Small town called Paradise, just kind of a little foothill town. But about 10 years later, after I moved back, we ended up having a wildfire take off, and something around 80 people passed away in the fire, and you know, me and my family lost everything that we've ever owned and had and stuff. So it was really, truly a starting over. We were really lucky because my dad had a house really close to Paradise, so we just moved in with my dad, all of us did, and we were there. And then a buddy of mine sent me a guitar since I lost mine, wrote a song for Paradise, raised a little money for a really awesome single mom, and started writing songs again. And then eventually my friends were like, you need to move back to Nashville. I'd been a nurse assistant most of my life, and I was looking into just going into becoming a RN, and started writing songs again, getting inspired by that, and my friends raised a GoFundMe for me and moved me back to Nashville. So it's been kind of for the second time. So 2020, July 1st is when I moved back, and never would have thought that I would come back, but here we are.
In 2021, Smith signed his record deal with Sony Music Nashville. Since then, he's released songs like Sleeve, Wreckage, and I Don't Want to Go to Heaven, which got a decent reaction on TikTok. His biggest breakthrough would come with the 2022 release Whiskey on You, which climbed to the top of the country airplay charts.
I was pretty excited when I found out it went #1. I mean, it was just kind of one of those things you're hoping. It's a very, very small margin to even get a #1, but then to see a 2-week was really, really special. So huge thanks to country radio and fans and my amazing label. So.
Another standout single that fans have gravitated towards is the tune Wreckage, which acted as a follow-up to Whiskey on You. Smith tells a story of how the song came to be.
I wrote it with a few of my friends here in town, actually a couple years ago. And, you know, the best way to describe Wreckage is it's a song about seeing all the faults in another person and saying, I accept you anyways. I love you through all the baggage and all the things that you have in your life. Hopefully you do it for me too. You know, it's like one of those trades. But I feel like that's true love, in my opinion, even though I haven't fully experienced it. I think that might be it. But yeah, we actually went back and forth a little bit on how we were going to hook the song. So it used to be, you see all the wreckage and you make it beautiful. And I thought that was a cool lyric, but it didn't really hit as hard as, and it wrecks me that you stay. So we went back and forth on that, and went with that. So
after releasing single after single, Smith has finally launched a full-length self-titled record. The project contains 20 songs and is being released simultaneously with the deluxe version, which has 6 additional tracks.
The reason why the album is self-titled is because no song in the album seemed like the album title, and I was like, I can't just use one of these. I just don't know. I mean, maybe Whiskey on You or something like that, but I was like, this is the first one. Let's just keep it like, here's the body of work, here's chapters of my life, here's all that. Let's just keep it really simple. So that's the main reason we did that.
Besides the singles that have already been released, Smith discusses some of his favorites on the new project, including the one that feels the most personal to him and the one that he's most excited for his fans to hear.
Sleeve is probably the most personal song. It's really special to me, and it talks about my first move to Nashville and kind of that experience and breakup and all that. If I Could Stop Loving You is one of the ones I'm most excited about for everybody to hear. It's really a song about just not getting over somebody, and I think that's something that we all experience. So, but that one just feels really, really great.
On the same day as his album releases, Smith will be playing his first ever Stagecoach Festival, one of the largest country music festivals in the world that happens every year in Nate's home state of California.
I mean, like I always joke, like I would still play the parking lot if they just like I mean, to even get to play there at all is like insane. Like that is a bucket list thing for any country artist. Like Stagecoach is the thing, you know. So I'm excited to get up there, see how well I handle the heat. I'll make sure I have my bandana and kind of go from there. So.
Later this month, Smith is going on the road with superstar Thomas Rhett and shares what he is most excited about and what he might possibly learn from Rhett.
I mean, he's been doing it for a while. I want to look, you know, just how he is as a leader is going to be important for me to see. how he organizes his team, how he takes care of his team, his stage presence, his interaction with the fans on stage, set list choices, how he improvises live. I'm going to be watching all that stuff, so definitely going to be a student.
Since his record has been set free into the world, Smith shares what he's most grateful for and what he looks forward to next in his career.
I don't want to be greedy, you know. I don't want to be greedy, but I'm thankful for every door that's been opened. I mean, like I got nominated for a CMT award this year, so that was a huge thing for me. And I mean, hopefully more of those and just more shows and more connections with fans. I mean, I'm kind of looking forward to getting all over the place. So there's going to be a lot of things this year that are going to be bucket list stuff for me. So
lastly, Smith gives a great, shocking answer to the age-old question. If you could go back and tell yourself a piece of advice, what would it be?
I wouldn't really say anything, honestly, because everything happened exactly the way that it has happened and lined up and stuff. So I think it just sort of, I don't know, fate sort of lined up this way. So I don't know if I would have said something, it might have changed the trajectory or sped it up in a different way when it wasn't the right time. I think it just happened the way it was supposed to happen, you know? I'd tell him, you're so close, buddy. Just, hey, keep going. Keep going. You can put that in there if you want. Keep going.
With his new album out, what's your new favorite Nate Smith song? Let us know in the comments. If you like this interview and this video, please be sure to like it and subscribe to our channel for more interviews and all things country music here at the Nash News.